Hi, I'm Allison. The emotion I want to talk about today is overwhelm. It's a feeling that can happen when we have an enormous to-do list, when we're in a stressful situation, or even in crowded rooms or events. Overwhelm can happen when you just feel all of life's energy pushing in on you, and you're not really sure what move to take next. I want to talk about my top tips for dealing with overwhelm, for cutting through it, and getting yourself on a positive movement forward. Okay, the first tip, the bubble. For this one, I imagine myself whenever I'm going into a crowded place or a business meeting or something where I just feel like I'm not really sure what the energy of the room's gonna be like. I imagine a big bubble all around me, above me, below me, to the right, to the left, in front and behind, all around. Your bubble could be translucent, it could be shimmering, it could be glittery, it could be whatever color you want. And for particularly tough energetic situations, I imagine a double bubble. I ask that anybody around me be in their own bubble of their energy and that I stay in mine, so that when I come home, I feel completely aligned with who I am and my energy. Tip number 2. Often when my to-do list is enormous, seeing it in a completely linear fashion actually makes me procrastinate, not motivate. If you're in a similar boat and you know that you have a big to-do list, one of my favorite tools is to write each item on the to-do list out on individual pieces of paper. And then I crumple each piece up or fold them up, I put it in a big bowl, and I just ask. I ask some source bigger than me, let me pick whichever one out that I need to do first. And that's how I move about my day. So I take each one individually out, pull that, tackle that item first, and then continue on. Eventually, and pretty quickly, I find that my to-do list is totally complete. Tip number 3. If you're feeling overwhelmed or stressed, it can be helpful to clear your space. Whether that's your desktop on your computer, whether that's your actual desk, or just the area around you. Clean up or clear out one thing that you're in control of. Just that act of tidying up one small thing can help you to energetically feel like you've cleared out some space and you're ready to take positive movement forward. Tip number 4. If you're feeling overwhelmed and you have a stressed out emotion, one tool is to ask yourself, is this your feeling or someone else's? Being an empath can mean that you take on other people's feelings, emotions, physical ailments, and you hold it in within your own body rather than letting it process through theirs. Sympathy can mean you're just kind of noticing and being really compassionate towards someone else and what they're going through. Being an empath can sometimes feel like you're going through it exactly the same way they are, which isn't necessarily helpful for you or the person that you're concerned for. One tool is the return to sender. Just tuning in to some sense of discomfort or overwhelm within your being and asking, is this mine or someone else's? If it belongs to someone else, you could imagine that that energy comes out of your being into a color or a shape, and then it starts to transform into a beautiful bouquet of flowers that you can offer that person or offer the universe, as long as you're no longer carrying that energy and it can start to flow again. The next tip is to get out and move, whether that's walking or dancing. Bilateral movement where you're crossing across your body helps to improve focus and motivation. So even going outside for a 10-minute walk, walking around your office or home, or just moving your body and crossing over your body can help you to focus in and tackle whatever you need to do. The next tip is to lift the vibration of the room around you. Music is wonderfully effective at doing this, whether that's tuning into some nature sounds, some classical music, or my personal favorite, binaural beats. Binaural beats puts a certain tone to a brainwave to help stimulate rest and relaxation, focus and motivation, or any other thing that you're really seeking. Spotify or YouTube definitely have links to that, so check out the link below to learn more about binaural beats and other music tones that you can play to help improve focus to tackle overwhelm. If you're really feeling stuck, sometimes it helps to totally clear that energy. One way to do that is to write whatever you're stuck about on a plate or a water balloon, something that you can safely break. Find a place where you can smash it safely and then just throw it. See that energy shattering and splitting, removing any blocks to positive movement forward. Thank you so much for tuning into this video. I hope you found the tips and tricks useful for tackling overwhelm. If you have additional thoughts or things that work for you, please comment below and let us know what works for you when you feel overwhelmed and which of these tips did you enjoy most. Thank you and have a lovely day.